land some shots to explode, so much damage can be applied. And this is also just a great answer into any aggression. If you want to get aggressive, Surge is going to shadow that brawler. Get those free tags so they can get to that tier 2, tier 3, and heck, that tier 4 stage is unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying to face Surge down at that stage of the game. Gem grab here, so a safe mid in Gus being picked up by Meow. Also someone who can empower those more aggressive side laners to move up, bully their opponents out, and take that map control. Clancy's available. We've seen that sort of looked at on some of these gen grab maps, more hard rock mine and maybe some of the more close-quartered ones. Last stop is a little bit more open in some areas, but Amber also been targeted by Banton here. Here's that aforementioned Clancy, ZETA Division, snap it up. So both teams with a brawler that loves the long game.
And both these brawlers, top 5 selections yesterday. This has been concrete parts of our meta. They're constantly going to be making appearances here. Gus, his play rate wasn't great, but this is a whole new map and mode. We'll see how it goes. I'm mixed emotions just because I do
It's
really...
like 30% win rate, right?
Yeah, it's 1/3 of the time yesterday that he won. And obviously, the game mode's different, the map pool different. But I think the sentiment still remains the same. The damage is something that's going to be an issue. He powers up allies, but if your teammates aren't exploding, if they're not taking advantage of their shield, heck, if you miss a shield, it's so costly. And I love this response from SK Gaming. They're going to go with a mid of their own that's going to outrange, out-DPS the Gus. So in terms of lane diff, we would hope that that Piper would be better than the Gus in a one-on-one.
And in theory, that means SK Gaming have priority, maybe an early gem lead. The ability to let their side laners go ham. Tara getting picked up here. I mean, she can obviously now with that hypercharge blow terrain apart with that use of gravity. Also, like help from beyond can be very effective against those single shot brawlers, but again, a little bit of an eyebrow raiser, this pick.
Definitely. It's been a while. It's funny, too, because last year the meta didn't really revolve around Tara at this time either, but I still remember last stop, Tara showing up. I think in Gym Grab specifically, when you have a super, and now Tara obviously equipped with a hypercharge since then.
Which makes her super bigger.
Exactly. Which is easier to hit, disrupts the gym count. If you just need one big play, Tara might be the brawler to count on. However, this counter pick on the other side, it is a tank, but you can get rid of any effect of that pull from Tara's super. This might be the answer that ZETA Division need.
I love the quick response from the Buster here for ZETA. Trying to book their tickets to the semi-finals with a win over regional rivals SK Gaming. By the way, it's not that it's acrimonious. These guys are friends. I got smashed by a Joker and Novi at table football the other day, so they hang out. But still, this game means so much to both of them, and SK Gaming now need to force a set 5.
Interregional pride on the line. A day 3 ticket to the World Finals on the line, and Joker starting out early with a couple taps. Yashi there to secure one as well. It's going to take him a sec, but he has to find a way to get up in Buster's face. Make a few tags here. There's the second. He needs one more, and he'll be at a tier 2 stage.
Meow has to make a gadget. Who's there to dodge away? Linar with some help from the Beyond. Looking to pressure down. It was Joker catching Gero, though. And that will allow SK Gaming to get a healthy little lead here. Notice that Joker uses Poppin to blow up the bushes and make it dangerous for that Buster to emerge.
Linar now getting pulled in. It's going to be a dangerous one here. Survives the lane. Left-hand side goes ZETA Division's way, though. Joker looking for a gadget. Doesn't quite connect. Always a disappointing feeling when the auto-aim doesn't quite hit.
Still, though, Joker and Linar splitting the map. It's going to have to be the Buster coming in from above with that montage super. Meow has just hit level 2. Novi can take map control behind that super now, and he does. Joker at 9 gems, though. There's a gravity thrown down. Healing Shade doesn't quite make it to Linar when Novi's able to bring him down. Joker's in trouble. He's got to get out with the pop-in. 1 gem away are SK Gaming.
And now they've gotten all their bushes revealed. Joker has to be super careful. Meow still hasn't made it to a tier 3, but if he does, this gets dangerous. Navi with a super, and now Linar falls once again. Yashi under pressure. Joker can't make a move, and SK Gaming are just left away.
Pops the hype, but that's a big hit on Meow. Should let Linar into these bushes to pressure the Clancy. Meow just dodging one of those shots. Yoshi, not the one you want to fight the Buster, apparently. And Joker still sitting on 9 gems, now is in danger.
Meow got away with one there. He was able to hide, and this gym count increasing by the second. They haven't found a way to deal with the right or the left lane. Yashi diving in. He has to make a move. There's one. Hypercharge madness going down. Meow low HP. He narrowly dodges, though. The counter! A sharpshooter shot connects, but Gero's one away.
Here comes Linar. Big super. It's massive! And it strips all the gems from ZETA Division. Meow can only look on now as Linar gets away with the heist of the century.
There's the big play that they needed. Tara makes it count when it matters most. SK Gaming coming alive here in game number 1 of set 4. And now they're 1 away from taking us to set 5.
The last pick, Tara, with the playmaking potential. It's a hypercharged super from Lenar, dropped down, and 9 gems spilled. What a comeback for SK.
One big play is all you need in this game mode. They were outclassed in the second half of game number 1, but if they get a good one here, that's all it takes. That's the X factor Tara brings. And now Joker back in position and already with an early gym count here.
Now getting aggressive despite only being rank 1 there, Kenny. Yoshi goes in, now be able to use that instant replay to draw him in. That's going to be a gravity from Lenar. A lot of loose gems here. Joker back in position, but the Kooky Popper is going to force him off that line.
Yoshi a wide open right-hand side lane. Garo backed up, pressure being applied from Lenar. Nalby trying to move forward, and there's the perfect pull that they needed. Joker forced away and barely survives.
Still though, 3 gems to SK Gaming's name. They are in this. Still level 1 though is Yoshi. Yet to really get rolling. Holding onto that super now to try and use it to close the gap, but that's a torrent from Meow that vaporizes him.
Lenar still holding on to this hypercharge. Some extra gadgets. He's not quite sure where these guys are. A little bit of scouting report done. Does his due diligence. Now he's sneaking up with a backhand line. Joker gets one. There's the pull, but he can't get it fully. Garo down. Yoshi moving in now. And gems being collected for SK. They are a narrow lead.
But now Novi is carrying the gems. Can he be nearly as aggressive while he is the player that has the win condition in hand? Yoshi wants to come forward at level 3. He's looking scary, but Novi has super available.
Hypercharge for Joker. Long range shots. He's playing it carefully, looking for that extra speed. Meow down low, has to dive away. And Garo looking to match. Navi slowly bringing the ZETA division push up, and this is going to be all evened out if they're not careful.
Yoshi with the hypercharge goes aggressive. He needs to get to Navi though. The shot's bouncing around the corner. Put some serious pressure on the Buster. But Garo snaps another gem up. It's 9-7. One more for SK, and Navi knows it. He's got to come forward, but Yoshi hits harder. And now we have a countdown. Beautiful gravity from Lenar. And Garo is on the outside looking in.
And SK Gaming have 10 gems in Joker's pocket. And ZETA Division see the writing on the wall. Guess what, Brawl Nation?
Here we go!
EMEA is giving you your very best set 5 to open day number 2.
Haymaker after haymaker being thrown from these superstar EMEA teams. Let's have a look back over this gem grab set, which really felt like it was decided, but some huge Tara supers and Yoshi finally getting involved in that last round to close it out.
I got real nervous for SK Gaming, I'll be honest with you. They were looking so good off the start of that game 1, and slowly but surely, ZETA Division crept in with complete control. Isolating the left side, isolating the right. There was nowhere for them to move. A big-time Lenar play is what made the difference in both sets. One hypercharged Tara pool changed everything. 291 DPS, and I know he wasn't leading the kill category. I know it wasn't a perfect set for him, but you don't need perfect, you just need a win.
It's another example of a Gus game that doesn't look good on paper here, Kenny. Garo first picks that safe mid and really hopes that the Gus Super is going to allow the Buster probably to close the gap in a big way, but I don't think the ZETA Division were ready for that Tara. That really throws a spanner in the works. Their plan of using that tanky brawler to come forward. Lenar says, I will fight you head to head. I will throw this super down, and I will take you down.
The surprise attack factor, especially on a map like that where it's 2 very narrow, skinny lanes that are covered in grass. If you get one launch of that pull, changes everything. He's the X factor. They play around this guy, and that's exactly what they did in a set number 4. When your season is on the line, when there's no more room for error, you count on your star player.
It's crazy to think that this is the same SK Gaming we saw come out in that first set and look pretty lifeless. Now, though, they are brimming with vitality. Now, we have a decider set. Couldn't ask for a better game here as we head to Shooting Star.
This
for our
one's
tiebreaker.
This one's gonna be special. Bounty, where we're going to. And yesterday we got to see this map. Gus is certainly in the equation here. Byron, Bell, fun fact, second most picked brawler yesterday. Obviously a lot of knockout and a lot of bounty in that mix. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it here today. 10 plays, 60% win rate. At a professional level, you'll take that all day.
I mean, the nest egg is just too good, Kenny. So important to catch out enemy brawlers and give yourself at least 2 stars upon that elimination. Very, very hotly contested. Angelo, going to be taken away first here for SK Gaming. A great pick to start the draft with.
He escapes the ban stage, and he was the 3rd most banned yesterday. I'm curious if this was very intentional. I'm seeing 2 throwers there, so ZETA Division definitely have something in mind, right? You don't throw out a Sprout and a Tick, 2 pretty overall on meta brawlers. They're occasionally picked here, but I think it's because they want to make a certain brawler shine.
Larry?
And I'm curious who that is. Yeah, maybe they want that leftover thrower, or maybe they just want a better matchup for themselves. They know something deep down. This had to be very intentional, though.
Yeah, again, I mean, both can outrange Larry and Laurie. The Tick's a problem for Larry in general. Pipe are going to be picked up, so ZETA Division sort themselves out a sharpshooter. And if they're going to pick a specific thrower, it might have to be here, lest SK Gaming sniff out their strategy and take it for themselves.
I think Piper a very safe first selection for their side on this 2-3 turn. You gotta get it right. All you have left at the end is just response to what SK Gaming do. So they want to start with a solid foundation. They have that long range. They have a dynamic playmaker. They have a great gadget selection, a brawler with a hyper charge. I like what they're doing here. And they're pairing it with Jean, who is traditionally a great Piper counter. They've got the Magic Puffs ability, the evil spirits they can send out. That chip damage normally really affects the other side. So I think pairing these two makes a lot of sense practically.
We've seen Jean be pretty terrifying. We've seen Rival also go for a Jean Grey composition that used like a Grey walking cane into a Jean magic hand to secure a kill. That was one of the most exciting plays of yesterday. But Jean alone, who's been banned a lot through the course of this series, especially on those knockout maps, is always a threat. And the Carl picked up here for SK Gaming. How about some all-in potential for you?
Yeah, I mean, this is aggressive. This isn't a tank, but it's certainly aggressive. They're pairing it with a Gus. Now they've got the bubble. They can apply that to somebody on Carl and make sure that he stays nice and healthy. A tailspin on top of that. And a good thing for them too, especially for this game mode, especially on this map, 1 flying hook guarantees a blue star every time. And that is something so crucial at a professional level.
And SK's comp here, despite Carl being present, does want to be defensive. They do need to look out for the Jean poke damage and the inevitable magic hand development. They're going to have to find a way to mitigate that. Maybe they hope the Carl gets hooked. He can obviously get a bubble from that Gus and go in and be terrifyingly strong and have a lot of extra health. And so we go for the Pearl here. It's a safe pick. It's not the most exciting, but again, in these longer rounds, Pearl is an absolute menace.
A lot of poke damage and a very pesky brawler. This is going to be a very annoying composition to deal with if you're SK Gaming. They can constantly put pressure on you. It's going to take a lot here. 2-2 overall in the standings. The margin for error has been reduced to 0, Brawl Nation. 1 set to decide it all.
Vengeful Spirits here. The gadget pick up for the Jean. There's no potential really for all in outside of the Carl, and clearly ZETA aren't worried about it. Lamp blowout though wouldn't have been shocking either. Gero poked down early, and of course that blue star already going over to SK Gaming.
Lana still in the mid, hovering around this wall, just trying to be annoying, a nuisance into ZETA Division. Yashi has the shield already ready too. He's got a Cookie Popper available. Navi's gonna now have to watch for that.
Joker here pops super down. Can play that line a little more aggressively, but still has to respect Gero's damage. Now we'll look to step forward. It's up to ZETA Division to figure this out. They need to get Meow's super online, put Novi in a position where he can fully commit. Gero flashing a homemade recipe, Lenar able to outrange it.
It's a lot of action.
Big damage!
No kills, and the first one pops. Yashi grabs one. Navi trying to get aggressive here. I think this is a little bold. Angelo makes a tag. Lana wants more, though. He has a shield applied to him, and they force out a super from Gero, but the pull goes through. Response from ZETA Division.
They get the blue star, but they're still behind by 1, Kenny. Every magic hand has to connect here for ZETA Division. Lenar's the most durable brawler on SK Gaming and will still instantly get blown up if he gets hooked in. It's a little bit dangerous for Lenar there. Novi coming up on that right side, telegraph your potential all-in here.
Now they're backed up against their walls. The Evil Spirit, it does connect to Lana. ZETA Division now with the lead. Hypercharge popped as well, so they can have a quicker escape route. And now it's going to come down to SK Gaming. They have to get aggressive.
And they have to go in with a Carl, but that's a problem. If Novi builds a super, you cannot dive a Pearl when she has that super available. You will be blown up instantly. 10 seconds left, and SK Gaming trying to find a little bit of poke damage. Yoshi comes forward, super ready. Lenar has to go in, hooked in, dive. There's going to be a jump from Meow. Still, SK Gaming come out on top. Full commitment, full trust, full force.
The highest pressure situation you could possibly have here in Brawl Stars. These fellas putting everything on the line. What looked bleak for a moment is now SK Gaming on match points.
It doesn't get much closer than that, Kenny. SK Gaming have to breathe a sigh of relief for having got away with that in the first place. The Gene is a problem. It's very scary to deal with Meow. Here's the Vengeful Spirits again. Good poke. Homemade recipe almost claims the blue star.
SK once again backed up to their spawn side. Still the star advantage. They're playing this defensively. They don't have to overdo it. Normally a really aggressive comp, but they're going to be passive aggressive on this one. They're going to look for a mistake from ZETA Division and then strike.
They know they're going to be defensive because of their ability to get that early blue star. But they're giving up a lot of map control. Lenar just steps out in the open. That's the blue star handed over to ZETA.
ZETA Division now with a narrow lead. 1 star, the difference maker. Time dwindling on in both these sides, just trying to charge up utility. Joker pierces a shot through that indestructible wall. Lenar looking to get in position.
Dangerous.
That's over-aggression. Mistake coming out of Joker.
I get it. He saw Meow was low. He knew he had the blue star as well. But an uncharacteristic overheat from the youngster. Here comes Gero now. Hypercharge. Getting a stat boost. Lenar is certainly going to drop here. Nice shield from Joker, but he won't walk away still. Blue star back to SK. It's a 2-star deficit for the team in blue.
That's important. Even though they're down, blue star matters. Lenar diving in.
Okay.
They're going for a little positioning here. They have to set themselves up for one final push. Crucial miss out of Meow.
Composure now for SK Gaming. They know what they have to do. They need Yoshi super online. And Lenar needs to build one too. They need to be able to full engage here or get some ghosts set up for Cookie Popper activations for the Gus.
Joker now, shot clock available. 1 kill possibly away from day number 3. Lenar in position, Yoshi flanks. Now he on the left hand in. Yoshi looking for get him in position. This could be a rewrite of the previous game. It's now chasing him down, and they've done it! SK Gaming! If you want to seize the crown, you have to dethrone the Kings! SK Gaming have put the world championship